So I'm going to tell you something that is so extraordinary about the human baby skull. And cue picture.
One.
The human species, we're the only species who does this, by the way. We're the only species in the world who do not walk out of the womb with a full-fledged brain. Have you ever seen a newborn calf not of a dolphin, of a cow, a newborn foal of a horse? Have you ever seen it? Of a kangaroo? 4 hours, 8 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. It is trying to stand. It is trying to make sense of the world because it has a fully functioning brain. This is not possible for the human species for a reason. Stay with me, stay with me. And therefore, when the skull is being formed in the womb, the skull has 2 openings. This allows for the skull bones to kind of mesh against each other through the birthing canal, because if the skull was fixed, it would not come out. Every pregnancy would be a cesarean. And which is also why when you see a cesarean baby, normally they have like this roundish skull. And when you see a baby that has had a normal delivery, it's slightly elongated because it's gone through that, right? The skull, while protecting the brain, has been meshing against each other. And you need both the apertures. So please pay attention not to anything else except the anterior fontanelle and right at the base, posterior fontanelle. When the baby comes out, again, only species on Earth, we have a gap in our head, 2 gaps in our head. Look at what has happened. When the baby is born, this baby is coming from an amniotic swimming pool. It is now in an alien world. It needs to adjust to the outside reality. It needs to adjust to the outer world, not outside world, outer world. There are 2 ways this happens for the baby. Number 1 is the nose, lungs. Because you start acclimatizing, right? You start breathing in the air. But this much is this darling baby, right? Okay, maybe this much is the darling baby. This much is the lungs. There is only so much this baby can understand about the world through the nose. Second is here. Everybody, please put your hand on the curve of your scalp. So not here, not on top of your head, the curve of your scalp, and just against the curve of your scalp, you'll feel a slight indentation, very slight. But on this curve, like when the baby is cradled, this is fully exposed. And here is where the magic of you begins. Over here, from the time of birth, comes in universal intelligence, universal mind, universal power, your potential, your destiny, your life, your buddhi, intellect, reasoning, wisdom, and most of all, your connection with the outer world is now adjusting to your inner world. You are being gifted your place and space on earth. Your first connection is your crown chakra. Before anything else, this is what begins. When you have this connection open, you will love your life. When this connection is working best, you will not put up with rubbish. When this connection is working well, you will treat yourself well. When this connection is working well, you will be at the right place at the right time, like on this call, and you will never, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, have I said never, ever, feel alone or depressed. Depression is not a heart chakra function. It is a crown chakra function. What this really means is you cannot love until you love your life. Love is an advanced emotion. Love is not possible without a spine and a brain. The more evolved a brain, the more love is possible. You cannot love until you have this love for your life, the universe, and your potential. The you-ness of you, 100% light, super conscious, sattva, from which we get the word sattvic, enters from here, not any other chakra. The heart chakra has to do with bonding and attachment. More of that on Friday. Today, I want you to take a look at how you think and feel about your life. When you have a connection to your crown chakra, you will be delighted to jump out of bed every morning. You will be excited to greet the day. You will be like, what is coming up today? What adventures are going to show up today? How much do you love life? And by the way, life, I'm using life as a 4-letter word for everything else, because life constitutes your potential. I'm going to come to potential and why your potential and your destiny and the universe have to be your first connection. What did we say? What did we all agree on? That what's the thing with love? It's about connections and connections. Your first attachment is the umbilical cord, but your first connection is to the sky. How much do you love your life? On a scale of 0 to 100, what is the answer?
And while everyone makes note of that, I just wanted to check with you, Nidhu, because obviously it is the crown chakra, not the heart chakra, it is the crown chakra. And once you've explained it, it makes so much sense. We always talk about the crown chakra for spiritual work connection. Hello, started right at the very beginning. And you're so right. It's right there. It's right there.
And I'm going to tell you why there's not so much work done on the crown chakra. But first, tell me, how much do you love life? Because how much you love life is what is showing up for you in terms of love. How much you love life will be reflected in what's happening in your relationships. It's going to reflect in how you are working on your self-love, self-worth, self-esteem. It's definitely going to reflect in money. So how much do you love life? And can you see this taking place in all aspects of you? When you love life, you also don't fall very ill easily. You don't fall sick very easily. You have good energy levels, and your bounce back period is rapid.
Right. And people have written in, Vaishali writes 100, Saib says 100, Harneet says 100, Christine says 100, Alicia says 75, Nivedita and Simi say 100, Gulshan says 100, Tripti says 100, P says 50, Dinesh says 25, Gulshan, Nilesh again say 100, Kanisha says 60, Priyanka 50, Namrata 60, Karen 50, Rhonda 70, Susan 40, 70, 100, 50, 100, 100, lots of hundreds. Lois is 25. And then there's 60.
We will do some work on the 25. For everybody who answered 100, first of all, big round of applause. Please pat yourself on the back and on the head, very gently on the curve of the head, and say, great job, well done. Great job, well done. Great job, well done. If you've said 100, you are in good health, you are in good wealth, you are in good relationships, you are in good family, environmental, job, career setups. Please confirm this for me as well. Is all of that at 100?
I'll wait for them to answer. Even though mine was not at a 100 to start with, I still did the great job. Well done. Because hey, who doesn't love validation?
Correct. 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 I want to tell you a little bit more about the universal mind and the universal intelligence. So, when the universal intelligence comes in, it's actually energizing every other system in your body to work. When I say body, I also mean the emotional body, I also mean the mental body. Like, this is like the spark that starts to make things happen for us. The column between crown to root is one, but it has two floors. From crown, 100% superconscious light, sattva, coming down, from earth, material information going back up. One of the reasons we rarely focus on the crown chakra is because if you focus too much on the head, you're going to start floating off the ground. Either your head will actually inflate, which is your ego will become very big, or you're going to start feeling very spaced out. You're going to start having tinnitus. You're going to start having ear projects. You're going to start having eye projects. Just cannot focus, just cannot pay attention, just cannot read properly, are only comfortable if you are looking at big stuff. And of course, migraines, headaches, all of them start to happen because there is a flow to our lives. You must do the material and then move to the light. However, but kyunki, kintu, parantu. Because we're on a healing journey and on choose love, our healing journey is towards love. The crown chakra is the first place we experience love. I'm not saying you may not have experienced love in the womb. Could have happened, but nobody attends a healing call because they had a great time in the womb. Nobody is here because you had such a happy child. Nobody is here because your parents loved and appreciated and validated you so much. So whatever it was that did start showing up in the crown chakra, 100% unconditional love. It is the only place it is possible because unconditional love is not physical. Unconditional love is a realization. Unconditional love is an understanding. So it's not like my mother doesn't love me unconditionally, my father doesn't love me unconditionally. They cannot, neither can you if you're a parent, neither can you if you're a sister, neither can you if you're a best friend. Somewhere the physicality will have a limitation. I can't keep singing lullabies to you 365 into 75 years. And therefore, the desire we have, because we all have this desire, we all want to find that one person from whom that unconditional love is possible. That desire, we didn't know this because all kinds of other coverings took place. That desire is a desire to return to the crown chakra. When you move away from this connection with life, with the universe, with your potential and your destiny, look at these words I'm saying, my darlings, because it was given to you. What do I mean by potential and destiny? Let me give you an example. In 1996, one student at Stanford said, I cannot handle this level of poor research. I'm going to have to do something about it. I'm putting words in his mouth, but that's what happened. And 2 years later, the world had google.com. And then somebody else took a look at google.com and said, what if we put a human element of conversation and chatting into it? And the world got Chat GPT. Shouldn't be surprised to know that the founder of Chat GPT is a woman. Who else would have thought about conversational styles and communication? The point I'm trying to make, my lovelies, is that maybe it is your destiny to make the next Google plus Chat GPT plus XYZ point 10O. Maybe it is something else. Your potential is reflected in how your life is today. And whatever your life is like today, self-love, baby love, pet love, animal love, food love, money love, world love, body love, whatever is going on in your life today is telling you about your potential and your destiny. Your life today is letting you know whether you are in touch with your crown chakra or you've walked away or you have disconnected and separated. When you do this, there will be crises, there will be tragedies, there will be catastrophes, there will be challenges, not because the universe and the crown chakra wants to punish you, but to remind you that your one forgotten love is waiting for you to come back home. You, as you, began when this began. How could you have let it go? What you are seeking is waiting. Jo dhoonde, wo paaye. How is your sense of relationships? What's your sense of connections? And just by the way, the brain has the maximum number of connections in the body. Yes, we all know this. 100 billion trillion. I can't even count. Don't even know how many zeros that is. 34 zeros, 64. We don't even know how many zeros that is. Your brain is the one that needs to be even more evolved. And that evolved brain is an exa brain. More on this tomorrow. Today, I want to take a look and give you more decrees around love and this sense of connection that you have with life, your potential, your destiny. Your potential, your destiny are what will create your life purpose, as you may understand life purpose, which is what you will do in the world. Like once in a while, I will have a call and somebody will say, but I want so much to do this. I want so much to help these people. I want so much to do healing work. I want so much to do this in the world. Well, why haven't you? What is stopping you? Your potential, your destiny, your highest good was already written.